P. 1. Plague-bearing prairie dogs.
2. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
3. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers prepared by his parents and put them in a big paper plate.
4. Picky people pick Peter Pan peanut butter. 'Tis the peanut butter picky people pick.
5. Pickford's packers packed a packet of crisps.
Q. Quick kiss, quicker kiss.
R. 1. Real weird rear wheels.
2. Robin Redbreast's bad breath.
3. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
4. Richard's wretched ratchet wrench.
5. Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
S. 1. She sifted thistles through her thistle sifter.
2. Sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed.
3. Sarah sitting in her sitting room. All she does is sits and shifts. All she does is sits and shifts.
4. She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
5. Silly Sally swiftly shooed 7 silly sheep. The 7 silly sheep Silly Sally shooed shilly-shallied south. These sheep shouldn't sleep in a shack. Sheep should sleep in a shed.
T. 1. Tie twine to 3 tweed twigs.
2. The cat catchers can't catch caught cats.
3. Thank the other 3 brothers of their father's mother's brother's side.
4. Twister tried to train his tongue to twist and turn, and twit and twat to learn the letter T.
5. 12 twins twirled 12 twigs.
U. 1. Upper roller, lower roller.
2. Unique New York.
V. Virtue of virgin was valued very much.
W. 1. We surely shall see the sun shine soon.
2. We watched Ross switch his Irish wristwatch for a Swiss wristwatch.
3. Where is the watch I put in my pocket to take to the shop because it had stopped?
4. Who washed Washington's white wool underwear when Washington's woman went west?
5. While we were walking, we were watching a window washer wash Washington's windows with warm washing water.
(附录4谚语与箴言
Proverbs and well-known sayings.
1. Everything must have a beginning.
2. An ounce of discretion is worth a pound of learning.
3. Experience is good if not bought too dear.
4. By falling, we learn to go safely.
5. We never know the worth of water till the well is dry.
6. What man has done, man can do.
7. What must be, must be.
8. Who chatters to you will chatter of you.
9. You may lead a horse to the water, but you cannot make him drink.
10. Books and friends should be few but good.
11. Knowledge is a treasure, but practice is the key to it.
12. Zeal without knowledge is fire without light.
13. One is never too old to learn, never too old to learn.
14. There is no royal road to learning.
15. Better to ask the way than to go astray.
16. It's dogged that does it.
17. 90% of inspiration is perspiration.
18. One cannot put back the clock.
19. Well begun is half done.
20. Tomorrow never comes.
21. Never make 2 bites of a cherry.
22. A good beginning makes a good ending.
23. Never do things by halves.
24. Custom makes all things easy.
25. Nothing seek, nothing find.
26. If you want a thing well done, do it yourself.
27. The best is often the enemy of the good.
28. All roads lead to Rome.
29. Keep conscience clear, then never fear.
30. Without justice, courage is weak.
31. Life is a horse, and either you ride it or it rides you.
32. To live remains an art which everyone must learn and which no one can teach.
33. Life is like an onion. You peel it off one layer at a time, and sometimes you weep.
34. Only a life lived for others is a life worthwhile.
35. Make yourself necessary to someone.
36. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards.
37. Fear not that life shall come to an end, but rather fear that it shall never have a beginning.
38. Life is 10% what you make it, and 90% how you take it.
39. We must accept finite disappointment, but we must never lose infinite hope.
40. The horizon of life is broadened chiefly by the enlargement of the heart.
41. It's not easy to find happiness in ourselves, and it's not possible to find it elsewhere.
42. If winter comes, can spring be far behind?
43. It's better to have fought and lost than never to have fought at all.
44. All that you do, do with your might. Things done by halves are never done right.
45. The years teach much which the days never know.
46. Imagination is more important than knowledge.
47. That is a good book which is opened with expectation and closed with profit.
48. A good book is the best of friends, the same today and forever.
49. There is a great deal of difference between an eager man who wants to read a book and the tired man who wants a book to read.
50. Natural abilities are like natural plants that need pruning by study.
51. One thing I know, that is, I know nothing.
52. We can only love what we know, and we can never know completely what we do not love.
53. Too much experience is a dangerous thing.
54. Time still, as he flies, brings increase to her truth, and gives to her mind what he steals from her youth.
55. Time drops in decay like a candle burnt.
56. There is no greater grief than to recall a time of happiness when in misery.
57. The reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself.
58. Ill news hath wings, and with the wind doth go, comforts a cripple, and comes very slow.
59. Man can climb to the highest summit, but he cannot dwell there long.
60. No one can be perfectly free till all are free. No one can be perfectly moral till all are moral. No one can be perfectly happy till all are happy.
《附录5》英语美文和名人演讲词
Essays and famous speeches. 1. 3 passions I have lived for. 3 passions, simple but overwhelmingly strong, have governed my life. The longing for love, the search for knowledge, and unbearable pity for the suffering of mankind. These passions, like great winds, have blown me hither and thither in a wayward course over a deep ocean of anguish, reaching to the very verge of despair. I have sought love first, because it brings ecstasy so great that I would often have sacrificed all the rest of my life for a few hours for this joy. I have sought it, next, because it relieves loneliness. That terrible loneliness in which one shivering consciousness looks over the rim of the world into the cold, unfathomable, lifeless abyss. I have sought it finally because in the union of love I have seen, in a mystic miniature, the prefiguring vision of the heaven that saints and poets have imagined. This is what I sought, and though it might seem too good for human life, this is what, at last, I have found. With equal passion, I have sought knowledge, I have wished to understand the hearts of men. I have wished to know why the stars shine. A little of this, but not much, I have achieved. Love and knowledge, so far as they were possible, led upward towards the heavens. But always pity brought me back to earth. Echoes of cries of pain reverberate in my heart. Children in famine, victims tortured by oppressors, helpless old people a hated burden to their sons, and the whole world of loneliness, poverty, and pain make a mockery of what human life should be. I long to alleviate the evil, but I cannot, and I too suffer. This has been my life, and I have found it worth living, and would gladly live it again if the chance were offered me.
Two. 5 balls: work, family, health, friends, and spirit. Imagine life as a game in which you are juggling some 5 balls in the air. You name them work, family, health, friends, and spirit, and you're keeping all of these in the air. You will soon understand that work is a rubber ball. If you drop it, it will bounce back. But the other 4 balls, family, health, friends, and spirit, are made of glass. If you drop one of these, they will be irrevocably scuffed, marked, nicked, damaged, or even shattered. They will never be the same. You must understand that and strive for balance in your life. How? Don't undermine your worth by comparing yourself with others. It is because we are different that each of us is special. Don't set your goals by what other people deem important. Only you know what is best for you. Don't take for granted the things closest to your heart. Cling to them as they would be your life, for without them, life is meaningless. Don't let your life slip through your fingers by living in the past or for the future. By living your life one day at a time, you live all the days of your life. Don't give up when you still have something to give. Nothing is really over until the moment you stop trying. Don't be afraid to admit that you are less than perfect. It is this fragile thread that binds us to each other. Don't be afraid to encounter risks. It is by taking chances that we learn how to be brave. Don't shut love out of your life by saying it's impossible to find. The quickest way to receive love is to give it. The fastest way to lose love is to hold it too tightly, and the best way to keep love is to give it wings. Don't run through life so fast that you forget not only where you've been, but also where you're going. Don't forget, a person's greatest emotional need is to feel appreciated. Don't be afraid to learn. Knowledge is weightless, a treasure you can always carry easily. Don't use time or words carelessly. Neither can be retrieved. Life is not a race, but a journey to be savoured each step of the way. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, and today is a gift. That's why we call it the present.
Three. I have a dream. I say to you, my friends, so even though we must face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. It's a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day, on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the colour of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day down in Alabama with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification, one day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted, every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places shall be made plain, and the crooked places shall be made straight, and the glory of the Lord will be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the south with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we'll be able to work together, to pray together, to go to jail together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty. Of thee I sing, land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring. From the heights of Pennsylvania, let freedom ring. From the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado, let freedom ring. From the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from the Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring. When we allow freedom to ring, when we let it ring from every village and hamlet, from every state and city, we'll be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Catholics and Protestants, will be able to join hands and to sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last. 4. President Bush's thank you speech. Thank you all. Thank you all for coming. We had a long night and a great night. The voters turned out in record numbers and delivered an historic victory. Earlier today, Senator Kerry called with his congratulations. We had a really good phone call. He was very gracious. Senator Kerry waged a spirited campaign, and he and his supporters can be proud of their efforts. Laura and I wish Senator Kerry and Teresa and their whole family all our best wishes. America has spoken, and I'm humbled by the trust and the confidence of my fellow citizens. With that trust comes a duty to serve all Americans, and I will do my best to fulfill that duty every day as your president. There are many people to thank, and my family comes first. Laura is the love of my life. I'm glad you love her too. I want to thank our daughters who joined their dad for his last campaign. I appreciate the hard work of my sister and my brothers. I especially want to thank my parents for their loving support. I'm grateful to the Vice President and Lynn and their daughters who have worked so hard and been such a vital part of our team. The Vice President serves America with wisdom and honor, and I'm proud to serve beside him. I want to thank my superb campaign team. I want to thank you all for your hard work. I was impressed every day by how hard and how skillful our team was. I want to thank Chairman Mark Rackicott, and the campaign manager, Ken Mailman and the architect Karl Rove, and I want to thank Ed Gillespie for leading our party so well. I want to thank the thousands of our supporters across the country, and I want to thank you for your hugs on the rope lines. I want to thank you for your prayers on the rope lines. I want to thank you for your kind words on the rope lines. I want to thank you for everything you did to make the calls and to put up the signs, to talk to your neighbours, and to get out the vote. And because you did the incredible work, we're celebrating today. There's an old saying, do not pray for tasks equal to your powers, pray for powers equal to your tasks. In 4 historic years, America has been given great tasks and faced them with strength and courage. Our people have restored the vigour of this economy and shown resolve and patience in a new kind of war. Our military has brought justice to the enemy and honour to America. Our nation has defended itself and served the freedom of all mankind. I'm proud to lead such an amazing country, and I'm proud to lead it forward. Because we have done the hard work, we're entering a season of hope. We'll continue our economic progress. We'll reform our outdated tax code. We'll strengthen the social security for the next generation. We'll make public schools all they can be. And we'll uphold our deepest values of family and faith. We'll help the emerging democracies of Iraq and Afghanistan so they can grow in strength and defend their freedom. And then our servicemen and women will come home with the honour they have earned. With good allies at our side, we'll fight this war on terror with every resource of our national power, so our children can live in freedom and in peace. Reaching these goals will require the broad support of Americans. So today, I want to speak to every person who voted for my opponent. To make this nation stronger and better, I will need your support, and I will work to earn it. I will do all I can to deserve your trust. A new term is a new opportunity to reach out to the whole nation. We have one country, one constitution, and one future that binds us. And when we come together and work together, there's no limit to the greatness of America. Let me close with a word to the people of the state of Texas. We've known each other the longest, and you started me on this journey. On the open plains of Texas, I first learned the character of our country, sturdy and honest, and as hopeful as the break of day. I will always be grateful to the good people of my state, and whatever the road that lies ahead, that road will take me home. The campaign has ended, and the United States of America goes forward with confidence and faith. I see a great day coming for our country, and I'm eager for the work ahead. God bless you, and may God bless America. That's the end of Side B. Tape 2.